Strength Endurance series. So in today's video we're going to be having a look at crunches. We did sit-ups last time and crunches are quite similar to sit-ups, but there are some differences. For example, sit-ups are multi-muscle focusing exercises, whereas crunches really focus on our abdominal muscles. It really works our rectus abdominis, which is the technical term for six-pack. So we'll have a look at some variations later on in the video, some that will work at the top of our abs, some that will work the whole of our abs, and some that will work just the bottom of our abs. Now, working on our six-pack is really important because it will help us to establish a powerful core, and that in turn will help us to keep good posture because we'll be able to maintain the balance in our midsection, meaning that we'll be able to stand really tall and hold that for long periods of time. Great, so we're going to start by making sure that we're in the correct position for our crunches. Now this position is going to be really similar to sit-ups, so we'll go through it again from the beginning, but a little bit faster than we did before. So we're going to start with our legs bent. Brilliant, and we're making sure our feet are fully on the ground from our toe to our heel. Perfect. And then we grab our tennis ball shaped sides and we put that in between our knees and together, and then take it away and keep them in that position. Perfect. Next we need to make sure our abs are fully sucked into the floor so we close that gap. Perfect. Relax the shoulders, and then we need our ping pong sized ball in between our chin and our chest. Perfect. Take that away. Now here is the difference from the sit-ups. We're not going to start in this position, we're going to start with our head, neck and shoulders off the ground. So come up just a little bit. And we're going to put our hands behind our heads just to support them a little bit. Now already, if you're in the correct position, you should be shaking a little bit here. I can see that Lawrence's abs are fully engaged and they're already shaking and they're ready to work. So if we now go back down to the floor, but keeping that little ping pong ball size between our chin and our chest. Brilliant. We're going to practice this coming up for 2 and down for 2. And just like sit-ups, we're going to breathe out on the effort, which is coming up. So we'll practice that with our hands behind our heads. Are you ready? We're going to come up for 2. Here we go. And up for 2, and down for 2, and up for 2, and down for 2. Perfect, and I can see Lawrence's abs are really shaking, which means that they're really working. That's what you want. That doesn't mean that you're weak, that means that they're working, and that's what we really, really want. And notice as well when he comes up, would you just come up again for us? Up for 2. That's as far up as we need to come. We don't need to come all the way up to our knees. It's just a small crunch, and you should really feel the burn right in your abs. So we're now going to have a look at some variations of crunches. There are so many different things you can do with crunches, but I'm just going to talk you through some of my favourites now. So our first one we're going to have a look at is the Russian twist. So come back up to your crunch position and take your hands in front of you. Now what we're going to do is it's going to be a bit like we're rowing a boat, and we're going to lean down to one side, taking our hands with us, and then the other side. And what I would suggest is you start off by doing 8, then move on to 16, and eventually you'll be able to do a full set of 32, rest for 16, and repeat for another 32. But for now, let's just try 8 all together. So we're in that position, ping pong ball between your chin and your chest. Make sure your feet are all in the right position, and let's go for 8. Here we go, let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Perfect, so moving on to our next one, we're going to do some pulses. Now this is one of my favourite exercises with crunches because I feel the burn the whole way through my abdominals, so it's really great. So, coming back up to your crunch position, and this time we're going to take our hands outstretched forwards through that little gap between our knees. Perfect, and all we do here is a very, very small movement, but it's really effective. We just pulse forwards. Little tiny pulse, that is exactly the movement we need. It's just very tiny. And again, I will do 8, followed by 16, followed by the full set of 32 to have a rest and do another 32. Should we try 8 now? Here we go, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next variation is our toe taps. So we're going to start back in that crunch position, and this time we're taking our hands out in front of us, either side of our legs, fairly close in, and our palms are facing upwards. And what we're going to do is we're going to reach and try and tap your toes. Now don't feel like you have to actually tap your toes because we don't want to get your head and your neck involved. We want to stay in that crunch position. It's just technically we're trying to tap our toes. And just reach as far as you can. So let's try 8 of those all together. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, moving on to another difficulty level, we're going to try the bicycle now. So we're going to start with our hands behind our heads. Perfect. And just rest your head for now. We'll focus on the legs to start with. We're going to bring our legs, our feet off the ground this time. I'm taking our legs into a 90-degree angle and the other one. Perfect. And now bring your head, neck and shoulders off the floor. Should be already really hurting. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to, with one elbow, we're going to reach over to the opposite knee as we bring that knee towards our elbow, and then we'll switch. And it's like we're riding a bike. So let's try 8 of those a little bit faster all together. Here we go. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, so we're now going to have a look at some variations where we bring our feet and our legs off of the ground for the full exercise. So we're going to start with a V-sit. So coming back up into your crunch position. Now we're going to extend our legs in front of us, so we're sitting in a V-sit. And our exercise, let's put our hands in front of us and a very, very small pulse, just like we did before. We're just going to try and reach our toes. Now you won't actually reach them, but that is the pulse motion that we want. So let's try 8 here. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Take it back. Let's have a look now at some variations that will work on our lower abs. Some of my favourite exercises to put into my workout. So we're going to start with our legs out in front of us onto the floor. And we're going to move our hands so that we're sitting on them, which is going to help us to keep in this position and make sure we're not putting any of the work into our backs. And we're going to take our legs slightly off the ground, just slightly. Brilliant. Now here we can do loads of different things. We can pulse them up and down, a very small pulse. We can do this for 8 counts, 16 counts, 32 counts, however many you need. We can also raise our legs up to 90 degrees if you can go that far, and lower them down. Now the slower that you do this exercise, the better it is for your abs, the more you're going to work them. It might hurt more to do it slowly, but they should really be shaking and really working. We can also lift our legs. We can do a scissoring motion with our legs. Again, I can see the shake, I can see that it's working. Brilliant. And lower them back down. Now I would recommend that you take each exercise and do it for 10 reps. For example, that would be 10 pulses and a little rest. And then I would repeat each exercise 3 times. Thank you for joining us for another how-to video, and we'll see you next time.